Hello everybody, this is Brian back with another Kaspa update. What a crazy last few days it's been. We're kind of waiting for the dust to settle here. This SEC lawsuit that came out here. We're going to cover this real quick and then we're going to get back to that chart and see where we stand here. But the SEC, 67 cryptos are now seen as securities by the SEC. With its latest suit against Binance and Coinbase, the SEC now labels at least 67 cryptos as securities, affecting over $100 billion worth of tokens on the market. And we're going to go down here and look at these ones that they now list. In its recent case against Binance, the SEC introduced 10 cryptos into the securities classification. BNB, BUSD, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cosmos, the Sandbox, Decentraland, Axie Infinity, and Cody. In its Coinbase suit, the SEC named 13 cryptos, which doubled down on the newly classified Solana, ADA, Matic, Sand, and Axie, and added 6 more: Chiliz, Flow, ICP, Near, VGX, and Nexo. And I guess this wasn't the smartest thing at all to tweet back in 2018. We are operating as a blank, unlicensed securities exchange in the USA, bro. Binance chief compliance officer in 2018 says here other notable cryptos the SEC has deemed securities or XRP, LBC, never heard of that one, although not for secondary sales, and Algo. If we go down through here, there's a big list right here, 54 cryptos that are securities. And if you want to freeze the frame, you can go ahead and read through those. The list is quite extensive. Kaspa is not on there, thank God, but we all know how this turned out last time. I mean, even for XRP, I was holding quite a significant bag of XRP when the SEC dropped that lawsuit in December of 2021 or 2020, I believe it was. Was right before the big run, because that's what held XRP back, that bull run, for sure. But that was pretty devastating. I remember that, and the price of XRP really crashed down. Excuse me. But we can see where it's back to now. I mean, geez, it's up into the 50-something cents again, and it's kind of, the FUD kind of blew over here. All right, regardless of anything, quite honestly, I think everybody's expecting the same thing out of this, a fine to be paid or whatever. But I'm reading a lot of stuff on there about a lot of these companies looking to move to Europe now. Seems they're getting kind of chased out of the United States, so maybe be a good thing for Europe. It's a shame, it really is. But anyway, that's my end of my thoughts on that. And right here, the SEC is trying to freeze Binance's assets. The news comes the day after the SEC sued Binance and accused it of defrauding investors. That's pretty harsh, I believe. And I know what they're getting at. People download VPNs so they can go and trade on Binance and use futures contracts and stuff like that. Isn't that, if you live in the United States, isn't that our right as free Americans to do with our money what we want? I don't know. I don't want to get into that too much. I got my own opinion on this. I'm sure everybody's got theirs, but I think that's what they're getting at here. It says here, as part of the order, Binance and CZ are required to give up possession, custody, or control over customer assets within 5 days, with Zoe nor the company having the ability to transfer or withdraw assets from its customers' wallets. It also asks that Binance transfer customers' assets to new wallets with new private keys, including new administrative keys, and for the exchange to provide the SEC with a record of all new wallets with customer assets. Wow. Don't you think that's a little intrusive? In the proposed order, ordinary customers may continue to redeem their assets with the exception of and specifically excluding customer crypto assets of any of the Binance entities, and otherwise subject to the prohibition that it is not transfer customer assets for the benefit of any of the Binance entities. Zhao responded to the motion by retweeting a post saying, "We are about to find out how solvent Binance is. The SEC is being extremely aggressive in trying to freeze the assets of Binance pending the outcome of this dispute. If the court granted this motion, it would likely have a material impact on the operation of the parties subject to the court order." This comes just one day after the SEC moved to sue Binance, accusing the company of operating illegally in the U.S. Wow. That's all I can really say about that. Down here it says, suggests investors pulled $791 million from the exchange. That's pretty huge. Binances are big, obviously the biggest crypto exchange out there, so this is pretty huge. Quite honestly, I don't know. I see opportunity in this when I see coins dropping like Cardano and stuff like that. I think it's a little too early to be reading into this. I really do. So we'll see how it works out. Crypto's crypto. It's not going anywhere. That's for sure. No matter what the SEC tries to do, they're not going to shut crypto down. They'll just move out of the United States and work from Europe has already set their regulatory things for crypto. So I see all these companies honestly just moving out. And Binance, it's only Binance US that is, which is, I think they said 1/10 or something of Binance's company. So this is a little bit more blown up, I think, than it needs to be. It's Binance US, from what I understand. So, like I said, it ends up being like 1/10 of their total assets or something. So anyway, let's move on here. Back to Kaspa. All right, this is the Twitter page here. I got a little bit worked up there. Sorry about that. Kaspa accepted here. A trusted data agency accepts Kaspa for their service, fueling innovation with digital currency. They're ready to help you visualize and understand your data like never before. That was 3 hours ago. They put that out. This data agency is based in Bordeaux and Paris. We collect, analyze, and visualize your data. And we have a tweet. Liquid Mining. We are teaming up with Kaspa for an exciting and insightful Twitter space on Thursday. Set reminders for 15:30 UTC on Thursday. And we have one more tweet. June 3rd, introducing the Book of Kaspa, a wit book by our very own at Bubblegum LTNG, a unique blend of cost, wit, and insight. The narrative delves deep into the world of Kaspa. Please note the opinions in the book are the authors. Pretty cool. I had 43,000 hits here, so pretty neat. Then the last one is down here on June 2nd. A new mining pool is just launched. Starting today, all users mining in the cost pool can enjoy a zero-fee privilege for a full month. I was looking into a miner, and especially with where prices are right now with this thing, you'd be taking a loss for the first bit, until this price, at least doubled or tripled. But I don't know. You can get right on their website, go to the mining tab, and you can punch in the hash rate, your price per kilowatt, everything, and it'll give you a price, that either profit, it'll give you the number of coins you'll receive per day for mining, all kinds of stuff. It's actually really cool. It's right on the Kaspa website. Just hit the mining tab, and it'll take you right to it. If you're interested in checking that out. But not a whole lot going on here, really. June 1st. It's been a couple days since I did a video, but not a lot going on as far as any news. So let's move over here. The crypto bubbles, that's for the hourly. Let's look at the daily here and see. STX, Blockstacks, boy, been waiting for that thing to bust out. I've been doing videos and videos and videos on it. Finally, it took off. All right, so a lot of red out there for the day, as you can see. You know, probably most of these coins on here were deemed securities, but we'll see how that goes, guys. Please, you know, don't dump your stuff and run from this market. That don't let them do that. You know, yeah, they'll just move out of the United States. You know, Ripple and Cardano and all them, and they'll just move somewhere out Europe and operate out of. You know, crypto's not going anywhere. But anyway, let's get back to this chart here. All right, the other day when we had, in fact, let me get that off there because I want to show you something. When we had that dump on Monday, all right, Kaspa actually held up very well. This thing only came down. I think this is going to put my stuff back on here. What was it, 10% for the day? You know, a lot of them coins really dumped hard, so it held up pretty well through that. We're back. If we put our stuff back on here, you can see we're right back on the outskirts of that of this wedge. We've actually worked our way back out there, just a little bit further down than we were. Okay, you can see here when this crash ended up happening, we were. Let me get this out. We were right up here, okay. And what ended up happening was that drop down, and now we re-broke out of this wedge. So we're still in very good shape here, okay. I want to show you what happened. We'll get the 4 hour on here. And really, this thing did not break any structures whatsoever. I mean, that dump, we might have went down 9%, but it didn't break anything. All right, you can see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the 5 waves down there, 5 Elliott waves down, and right now this thing is doing an ABC correction. Okay, if you take a Fibonacci on this thing, you can see it pulled right to the 702. All right, if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see that 702 there. Okay, right there. This thing bounced back, and it should go the exact length of the A wave. So the measured move of this thing will be right up 0.016246 area, right where they have that yellow line put on here. Okay, this should end up working out as an ABC correction in here now. Alright, what we want to see obviously from there, we put that on there real quick. It's going to be that A, B, C right up this way. Alright, and then hopefully we start on our way up out of here. Now if we get this stuff off here and look at these RSIs and see where we're at. Alright, let's get this line out of here too. It's pretty clear. You can see the 5 waves down here, and you can see the ABC coming after that. Alright, that's what happens after Elliott wave theory right here. Okay, you got your 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have an ABC come in. Alright, now hopefully, like I said, this 5 waves down, we should be breaking out after this. So after this ABC, you know, in my opinion, don't expect this thing to keep going that another 5 waves down here. I believe we've hit the bottom of this downswing here, and we are working our way out of here. This wedge is really getting tight down here too. Like we've covered before, we've been in this thing, you know, since, what is it, April 3rd. So we have April, May, you know, that's the beginning of June, you know, going on 3 months here. You know, it's been 2 full months. Now we're starting on our 3rd month in this wedge, and we've read the thing. You know, the longer the wedge, you know, the bigger the breakout. So what I wanted to get to here, we wanted to pull these RSIs up. This is the daily RSI. You can see this thing is actually coming down and correcting now. It's at a 31, 36, and a 50. The 12 hour is going up. It's at a 44 and a 33. Okay. The 8 hour heading up. It's at a 30 and a 28. The 4 hour is at a 67 and a 70. It's in a corrective mode right now. In the 1 hour is heading up. Yep, there we go. So I believe that, like I said, this thing is doing that ABC correction now. So expect that. No promises, nothing's guaranteed in anything here, but you can clearly see the 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the A, the B, and the C. Alright, so like we said here, this thing, measurement of this thing would be up at that. Let's get that measurement back on there. Pull that off there. What did we say for that? 16246, 162. We call it 1625. That's about where this ABC should end up, and then we'll have to reevaluate the RSIs and everything after that. But this thing could take till tomorrow to play out, tomorrow evening. It's hard to say how long this will go. These are 4-hour candles in here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah, you got over a day and a half just right in here. So expect this thing to play out towards the upside, up towards that 0.016. And we still got that weekly RSI heading up to. It's at a 105 and a 105. So I believe everything's calming down in the market now. Of course, we have, if you look over here to the right, show you here the biggest gainers and losers, the biggest losers for the day. There's STX at the top, but we have Pulse Chain down 13%, Seller down 12, Pepe down 10, Hex down 10, Kava, IMX. Actually, ADA is only down, it's down 8.3% right now, but it was down 10 or 11% earlier. Algo. Jeez, I can't believe that thing's down to 12 cents. That just blows my mind. Ape, Solana down 7. Got some big red out there today, actually. Gala down 6. Oh shoot! I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to show you Bitcoin dominance here. I apologize. I've had a little bit of a big day out there today. Nothing to complain about. Life could be worse, that's for sure, but you can see that Bitcoin dominance has jumped back up into this wedge. All right, if we go to the 12-hour here, you can see it was falling out of there. There it is, a fake breakout, and that thing is back up in that wedge now. So Bitcoin dominance has regained back up to that 48 area. The DXY, we definitely want to take a look at that too. While we're here, it's at 104 still. The 12-hour, it's still right up at that 702 Fibonacci area. Just hanging on out there. And if we go out here to the daily, you can see that daily is spun back up on that RSI now. Right, it's at a 41 and a 36. So this thing is trying to break out of here. The weekly is it's getting towards the top. It's at a 96 and an 89, but it's looking like this DXY wants to bounce now, so we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that. You can see like I said, we had this high, we've had a lower high, which is showing weakness in this thing, and we get that weekly RSI almost to the top. That daily has spun back up. Of course, that could turn around in a hurry. You can see what the shape it's in there. It just barely twisted up over the other lines, so that could flip bearish in a hurry. The 12-hour is bearish, 34 and a 35. The 8-hour is just bullish at a 63. Now it just flipped bearish. So yeah, it's a toss up here with this thing, with this DXY, but it's holding on right up at that 702. You can see how it got rejected right at that 786, and the thing is right down at that 702. So alright guys, we'll let this market cool off. If you would, please hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that very much. But we got Bitcoin dominance back up at 48. We got Bitcoin itself. It's regained some action here. It actually is back up into that back up into the middle of this falling wedge that it's been in for a long time. So it didn't crush anything out there, right? We got some big red numbers out there today, but you can see even Bitcoin is back up at 26,360 something after we dropped down to 25,300. And everybody was expecting this ABC to come in anyway. All right, so it's no big deal here. I've been talking about Bitcoin doing an ABC correction now for a week, and now it, measurement-wise, that's what it ended up doing here. If you take this and do this a 1-for-1, you can see it right there. 1-for-1. There it is. You got your A, B, and your C. The same leg as the A wave. So hasn't broken anything structurally in here. Everything looks fine. You can see what happened there. Look at that big drop. All right, let me get them RSIs off there. All right, let's put them on the daily, in fact, and you can see the big red candle right here was Monday when that news was dropped. The thing went the whole way down here, and then Tuesday came, and that thing sucked that candle right back up. So we're right back where we started from as far as Bitcoin goes. We'll have to see how things work out, and I'll be back with you guys soon. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.